Once we get started, you want to bring Glenn up first?
I'm going to, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to go out of order again?
Just for you, Cindy.
You are just
You
hard.
have never said a word.
I know. Come on, Cindy. Huh?
Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I like
So
that.
try to stay awake, right?
Okay, okay.
You know, because that's the last meeting you were in.
This is,
Ready?
yeah.
Call me in North Reading School Committee to order for August 25th, 2008. Our first order of business tonight is public input. And seeing nobody here from the public other than invited guests, I guess we'll have no public input tonight. Next order of business, I believe Dr. Troughton would like to introduce us to the new principal of the Hood School.
I would. It's a pleasure to welcome Glenn McKay, and I'd like to invite Glenn up to the table here. And let me actually move this projector out of the way so you're not in the limelight too much.
Excellent, thank you.
Really delighted to have Glenn here tonight. Glenn comes to us from 2 years as principal at the Wainwright School in Saugus, and he was one of 31 applicants for the position to fill the vacancy created when Dr. Patsos accepted a position in New Hampshire. And we had following interviews with myself and also with the administrative, some of the administrators, and then also an interview committee that had some parents from the parent leadership at the Hood School and 3 of the Hood School teachers. And we were very impressed with Glenn's work, not just his work as an elementary principal in Saugus, but also his background in special education, where he has worked in elementary all the way through high school, and has served also as what's referred to as a team chair position at the middle school level, and this helps to coordinate the team meetings in special education. And Mr. McKay, when he is not busy working in education or helping his wife raise his 3 young sons, he also finds time to teach an occasional course at American International College. He's done some teaching there and in special education, and also done some courses at taught some courses at the North Shore Special Education Consortium. So he brings, I think, a well-rounded background. Has actually 2 master's degrees, one in special education and one in administration. And he has started his work as of August, the beginning of August, and he said to me today on the phone he's still standing after a very long day, but I'll let him tell you about that day. So, Glenn, would you like to make some comments?
Excellent, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you and the members of the interview committee for the process. I thoroughly enjoyed interviewing, and I thoroughly enjoyed meeting all the parents and the members of the team. It was a great experience. I'm excited about the opportunity to be part of the Hood School community. Everybody I've met thus far has been wonderful and very welcoming. What's been done so far, we're pretty much ready to open at the Hood School. We have all the schedules ready, all the paperwork is ready to go out. I've been working diligently to update the school website and familiarizing myself with the routines of the building. We're ordering an email system so we can have communication with the parents via email instantaneously through the existing Redeker system in the school. So that's going to be great. I really think that the internet and the school website and email is a wonderful portal for communication to use with parents. I started off on August 4th, and the first thing I did, as we had spoke about through the interview process, is the fact that I wanted to gauge where the parents were with the school and the school climate, and where the staff was with the school and the school climate. So right off the bat, we created a survey, an online survey for the parents and staff to complete. The survey shut down today, so we should be looking at some interesting data within the next week. And it'll gauge school climate and some of the concerns and some of the great things that go on at the Hood School. So looking forward to going through that with the members of the school. Today was an interesting day at the Hood School. Today was the meet and greet. basically my opportunity, my goal for the day was, I didn't want the students to show up and not have a familiar face to see. So we scheduled 3 staggered time frames for the students to come. The PA was a wonderful help. They helped us serve some slush, and I got to familiarize myself with the students. Right off the bat, my number 1 goal was to memorize all the students' names. I come from a school of about 300 students where I successfully did that in a year, so we have about 132 more. So I think I can accomplish that right off the bat. I'm working on that, and the other thing that I've been working on is trying to get an online MCAS-oriented program that will allow the students to access questions at home, MCAS-type questions at home, and for the teachers to utilize in the classroom that'll help them have a familiarity with the test process, and it will help reinforce the skills that they go on in the classroom. Other than that, it's been wonderful to work with Ms. Bodwin, and Mr. Lassise has been a wonderful support, as has many members of the leadership team, and it's a wonderful place to be. So, thank you.
I wanted to comment, I read a couple of the stories in the newspapers that cover Saugus, and they're quite disappointed at losing what they were calling a great young talent. So we're glad, I feel bad that we took you from Saugus, but we're glad to have you here in North Reading. What I was wondering is, have your 3 children requested to transfer to the Hood School now that you're the principal there?
They've actually seen the building once, and I'm very happy with part of the process has been me vocalizing how happy I am with the school community in North Reading and the great things that I see going on. I'm very content with them at the back of the school, Mr. Colleen, and he's been wonderful to work with as a parent. So
Now, are all 3 of your children at the batch?
yes, I have 1 going into full-day kindergarten, my youngest, and the other 2 are in second and third grade.
Yeah, the batch is,
So we kind of think about those free agents.
Right, exactly, yeah.
We have to send any draft choices over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does
What's the
anybody want to
trade?
get rid of David?
Yeah, David.
Or Saugus in exchange for,
it was obviously touch and go with Dr. Katsas going up to New Hampshire, and David promised us that he said, I will have someone selected by the end of July, and that was kind of like mid-July when he told us that. And then he said he had 31 candidates, and we were kind of questioning whether you could get through the candidates that quickly, but it was great. The process seemed to go really well, involving both the parents, teachers, and the staff, and so we're excited to have you here and have someone on board full-time when opening day starts next Wednesday. Any other questions or comments from the
congratulations.
committee?
He actually only had time to interview 2 candidates, so. But no, congratulations.
But,
Not true.
and now how long have you lived in North Reading?
I am going on 4 years. I'm very happy.
It's great to have you, and I'm sure you'll have fun at the good school. It's, much of it has been renovated and upgraded in the past few years, so there's a lot of new features. It is a great building. The entranceway is beautiful, and it's a nice building. Any questions, comments?
I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Mr. Lassise's work during the month of July. I asked Bill to serve as the acting principal of the Hood School, and he did an excellent job in really working with a new secretary. Pam String has started, and some hiring had to be done, and ordering supplies, and taking a look at schedules, and just doing all of the work that a principal typically would be doing in the month of July. And I think it was very helpful, I know, to have Bill there and available to take that work on. And Bill will continue to serve as a mentor to Glenn as we move through this year.
Good luck, and I think we'll be planning our whirlwind tour of all the schools that we did last year. So we'll be seeing you sometime at the Hood School for a school committee meeting where we give you and the community a chance to demonstrate what's going on at the school and have the kids participate, and that's always a fun time. And then we'll have you back probably in a year's time to show us your school improvement plan. So we'll see you at least those 2 times, and probably many other times during the year, but we look forward to having you here.
When you mentioned whirlwind tour, I thought you were talking about tomorrow's
bus.
bus tour.
Oh, no,
the traditional
that's
bus tour for new teachers, and I know Mr. McKay and we cannot forget Mr. Fauché,
yeah.
our new middle school principal, will be seated right up in the front of the bus
bus.
tomorrow as we go around the community. So
Great.
Geez, you must be looking forward to that.
I am looking forward to it. I know a lot about the bus tour.
Yeah.
Get to see the hornet's nest.
You won't be able to sleep all night.
And-
That's
Very
great,
great.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Right, right. Okay, next, continued business, school building projects. As noted that the MSBA has recently updated their regulations. While Dr. Troten is setting up the projector, I also read, I think, a couple of weeks ago in the Globe that the sales tax take is down, which could have an impact on how much money the MSBA has to dole out to the various districts in town. So I'm sure they're looking at changing those regulations to kind of conform with how much money they're going to have to dole out.
We do away with the sales tax, would it help?
Exactly.
Help?
Uh,
The word down there, help.
No, it's doing the
Health
usual, it was up before, but because it went into sleep,
Yeah.
we'll probably have to unhook it.
Well, or reboot it, just try one thing.
One of these days, we're gonna get some kind of a
Projector out of the ceiling.
project, yeah.
IT class, superintendent.
Yeah, I think you need to reboot it.
Open the whole thing,
No, I just think you need to restart the laptop.
just restart it, shut
Can't
it
take a
down.
call. Answer it.
Just make one and you answer.
Yeah, I don't
Do you know
know.
how to turn around so it has a great volume?
Are you,
You don't, seriously.
I'll start
File
sending
or
you
is it-
text messages. so you
It's
get
a
my
file,
file.
and I don't know how to get messages. Hit the group button.
Welcome to the 20th century.
Almost.
So next thing you know, you'll be on email. Because you
You
can't
don't know
change
the
it.
truth. It's one of the little kids.
Yeah, I can ask one.
Probably.
I usually don't, I just do a restart.
I used to do this.
Oh, well, this has to restart. When it goes into shutdown, it cuts the signal out, and so we're gonna reboot the computer. So I don't know whether you want to go on to the next item, and then we'll come back to this if we can.
Well, the next item is the fiscal '09 budget, so I don't know if you need to discuss that, or Carl?
I'll let you know through that.
This for sure.
Well, he was mentioning, he's referring to this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, all right. Is that? Made a commitment at each school committee meeting to talk about the FY '09 budget as we move through at least the first part of the year. And again, I will say that we are very appreciative of not only the hard work that various town boards did to bring together both the school and the municipal side of government to secure the FY '09 budget. And this has provided an opportunity to restore many of, not all, but many of the programs that were reduced the previous year. And our principals have been very busy this summer in bringing on board 14 positions that were eliminated last year, particularly in music and art, physical education, new positions in special education at the elementary level, new positions in reading at the elementary level, and 3 new positions at the high school in science, with a focus on physical science and physics, mathematics, and English at the high school. And at the middle school level, we have added additional positions in English language arts and literacy and reading. And that altogether will allow us to do a number of things. One, the early release days that were of such a concern last year have been removed. So we will not have the weekly Wednesday early release at the elementary and middle school level. There will be 6 early release days, the traditional staff development days spread throughout the year, as well as